G. Raju, who's a former senior scientist at ISRO, is with us on the broadcast. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Before we get into the nitty-gritties, Raju ji, हमें ये बताइए, how are you feeling? What are your expectations today? We heard the Prime Minister. It is a clear-cut demonstration of what India can do when it comes to the space realm. What are you expecting today? And then we'll, expand the discussion further as to what are the differences between Chandrayaan-2, Chandrayaan-3. What is it that you're expecting? What are some challenges that can come in the way of this lunar mission module? But first and foremost, it's a historic day. What are you expecting? Mr. V. N. Jha, I'm told you're also with us on the broadcast. Mr. Jha, would you like to answer that question if you've heard it?
Oh, yes. Look, we have got a lot of expectations. When Chandrayaan-2 happened, we were live at that time, and we didn't believe our eyes during the entire phase of descent of Vikram from its insertion to the landing. It was all copybook. Everything was precise till the last few seconds what had happened. And what ISRO has done in these periods is they have looked into every bit of possibility that could have gone. In science, they are saying that if something can go wrong, it will go wrong. That is the technology of what we learn. And what happened in Chandrayaan-2, we don't consider it as a failure. It is always a learner that has given us the food for thought for designing the subsequent Chandrayaan-3 that is going now. And this Chandrayaan-3, it has got many corollary parameter inputs, sensors, which is giving a feed to the main computer of lander. And also, it has got many other things which can take care of for the fail-safe mode. Redundancy is inbuilt there in particular thing. So, many things have gone. It has gone through the numerous simulation trials, actual trials on the ground. It has been dropped by the helicopter and made a soft touchdown. But remember, this is Earth. Here the G is 980 centimeter per second square. At Moon, the G is just about 1/6 of what we have here on Earth. So all these intricacies are there, even though we have done the trials. But still, in a technology, when you go to a new environment, and Moon is a new environment, there is no atmosphere.
But why is the Moon so important, Group Captain Jha? Why do you think the Moon is important? I mean, we know that several countries like the United States and China have pretty much been stationed there for the longest time. Their research compared to our research is way higher. Why is the Moon important here?
Moon is important for various reasons. First is the inquisitiveness that we have got into the Moon. What it is made of, why it is shining so bright. What is there in the Moon? So and there the metallurgy of Moon is entirely different from that of Earth. So that is why it has attracted the entire world community. Now, Moon is the one where lot of precious materials are going to be there. I am not convinced whether we should exploit those minerals and materials and bring it back to Earth. But all the same, it is there. That is what is the science. What is there in the sun that we are going to look for? What is there in the Venus, Shukriyan we have sent? What is there in the Mars, Mangalyaan we have sent? Moon is the closest to us. We can go and fulfill all our ambitions of the scientific development in technology. Any time that you send a craft to the Moon, you are testing yourself for the technological development, technological leap that India is taking. And that is where we are going to the Moon, because it is going to give us a lot of inputs. You don't know what will happen to the planet Earth. We have a Moon as a habitat. We can have Mars as a habitat. So all these possibilities, scientists always keep on looking. It is never the last moment. कि यार देखो वहाँ पे हम लोग जा सकते हैं, या we can do something there. It doesn't happen that way. If you have to go to another cosmic body, Moon we consider as a cosmic body. So if we have to go there are many intricacies that we are experiencing as such. Today, is the beginning. It is only the beginning. The journey starts from today. For your viewers, may I just explain? If this is the Earth, and from the Earth today the craft, the LVM, that is the launch vehicle Mark III, will be sending the craft to the moon at an inclination slightly at 21 degree. And when we go to the moon, uh, we don't go to the first we go to the earth parking orbit. It is a highly electrical orbit that the payload of Chandrayaan-3 will be placed into, and there it will be about 170 into 36,500 of the elliptical body. In the
All
coming
right.
days, during the sling operation, every time that the payload Chandrayaan-3 passes through the Earth, it gains more speed, it goes more higher up. And on the day when Chandrayaan will be sent towards moon, that is the lunar trajectory, the perigee motor will be firing, be giving more velocity. The
Right.
velocity will be somewhere around the escape velocity that can escape the Earth's gravity, and then it will start traveling towards the moon. As it goes towards moon, its speed from 11.2 or 11.3 kilometers per second, it will be continued washing and washing off. And when it reaches moon, that time it will be about 1.5, 1.8
Right.
kilometers per second. So with that, it will be grabbed by the moon's gravity, and then it will enter the moon space. That is
Certainly, certainly.
basic.
Another interesting thing to note here is that, one Earth day on the moon, feel like 15 or 14 Earth days. And that's the time that, our module will have to conduct any kind of research that it does. So 23rd of August is the expected date, but if that is unable to happen, what I've learned, from my readings here and there, is that ISRO is going to wait another 15, 14 days to make that lunar landing. 19-20 हो सकता है इधर उधर, but it seems like 23rd of August is that expected date. That G. Raju, senior scientist at the ISRO, is also with us on the broadcast. A very warm welcome to you, sir. Sir, we're talking about the South Pole on the moon. Why is this South Pole, the southern hemisphere, really important? We're talking about the significance of the moon, how it could be a launching pad for future missions towards Mars and beyond. The water over there has those hydrogen properties, could act as a rocket fuel as well. So what is the significance essentially of hitting the South Pole here, sir?
The question is for me?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, there are some good leveled even spaces for landing on the backside of the moon. And that's why all the attempts are going on to make sure that we'll have a good landing site in that area. Less number of craters and even level platform. That is the main and it's a very, very unexplored area as of now. Have I answered your question?
No, absolutely. Do you have anything else to add? It's unexplored. There is better landing area over there. Anything else that we must keep in mind when we're looking at the South Pole?
Yeah, probably there are some minerals. I don't know. There are a lot of things that are unexplored. I was seeing that there is plenty of ammonia. There are many useful minerals. So we have to just put an spectrometer and then check what other elements or rare earth minerals are available there. That is the kind of enthusiasm with the student, the scientists are looking for. Thank you.
And, Mr. Raju, at the same time, there are several images that we have of the, Pragyan rover and the Vikram lander. There are some, high-tech, state-of-the-art, specified modules that have been placed inside, the rover and the lander. It can pick up seismic activity. It has, lasers installed that's going to constantly be in touch with the Earth. What all, is the lander and the rover fitted with?
So a rover basically is not a larger scientific value except you are having an in situ measurement. It's only a short time. Rover will make sure that what you are looking from either lander or any, for example, orbiter, it's more like a ground truth as we call, to make sure that what we are getting from remote observation is in fact there. So, for example, you have to make measurement with respect to the regolith structure. That means regolith means dusty surface. And you have to find out the property, electrical properties, dielectric properties, mineralogy, all those things are to be taken for full value of what you have measuring. So there, the rover comes into picture for actually measuring the real truth of the situation. That is one important. And you have other like a spectrometer from the lander area. You have, say, as you know, what is the spectrometer? Spectrometer will give you the
I'll tell you
unique
what, sir.
features.
I'll tell you what, sir. Why I'm asking this question is because a lot of people, are saying that this is not, any groundbreaking science, scientific invention,
not
discovery
what?
that's going to happen. There is no, this is not going to be any groundbreaking mission that we're carrying out. This is just demonstrating India's engineering
I didn't
prowess
get your
to the
question.
world.
Please repeat
But,
it.
from
Sorry.
what you're telling me, I think this is actually very important and crucial.
Yes, because we are we want to make sure what we are observing from remote platform is correct. So we cannot send a person, so we send a robot or we send this kind of a rover to make what is known as on-the-spot measurement. So it will give measurement with respect to the actual
Okay.
material.
All
Okay?
right,
Like,
Varghese,
like
I remember watching Chandrayaan-2's landing with you in 2019 last time around, and we were all excited about watching it. It was into the wee hours of the day, about 12:30 a.m. was almost hitting about 1 a.m. During the midnight, and suddenly the blip, it just went off the radar. We lost
I think it was
connection.
in the kind
We
of
lost
afternoon
connection.
it was, and then you had Sivan coming and saying that, the antenna or something like, he was just pointing out to the Prime Minister and trying to explain what was happening. It was a disappointment then, but then it was a big, ambitious project that we were taking up, having to land softly and to remote control it from a station on Earth is not an easy task. As scientist Raju was saying, it is a complex series of complex actions that have to be coordinated, sequenced and monitored while you carry on with this mission. Now here the first part is of the launch, and I think we'll have Raju, our scientist friend Raju, also agreeing to the fact that the more complex part is going to be after the launch would be about the landing part of it.